Hi, I'm Olivia, and I should be graduating this summer if everything goes as planned, which is insane. That's in 6 months' time, and I just wanted to have a discussion about graduation, about the university experience, and everything like that. So, yeah, this morning I woke up and I was just in a mood. I was feeling grateful, and I also felt like I had something in me to resolve. So, I wrote a letter to me in a year's time. And I would totally recommend doing that because it just puts you in this mindset of thinking like, what could my life be like? What do I want my life to be like? And then you're like, okay, if I want to be like this, I need to do this. It's a really useful thing. So I would recommend doing something like that. It's really interesting. So, university experience. Let's start with A levels. Listen, the British education system is actually mad. Why are we limiting ourselves? To be fair, I think I would hate the generalized approach that Americans take, where you have to keep on taking maths even when you don't want to do it, because I would hate that. But listen, why is it that the GCSEs you pick when you're like 14 determine what A levels you do, determine what degree you do? Please tell me how a 14-year-old is going to know what they want to do when they're 18, let alone for the rest of their career. Like, I don't know what's going on there. It seems a bit messed up. Okay? I took biology, chemistry, and history for my A levels. I love all of the subjects, find them really enjoyable, but chemistry was so hard. Somebody should have slapped me when I said I wanted to take chemistry, because there's no way I should have been permitted to do that course. No. Mm-mm. And the thing is, I tried my hardest and it wasn't good enough. I'll hold my hands up and say that was a failure in life. I tried my hardest and it wasn't good enough, but you cannot knock me for my work ethic, because I did everything. Every past paper, everything. I can rest assured knowing I did that. And it still wasn't good enough. But anyway, it was a mess. And somebody should have told me to look, okay, I was thinking I wanted to take biology. And I thought, okay, you want to take a science at university, you have to have 2 sciences under your belt. Look at the entry requirements before you pick your A levels of courses. Like, look at biology at different places, because some of them, when I was going around in open days, I was thinking, why am I even putting myself through doing chemistry, right? Because some of these accept psychology, some of these accept geography as a science. So you're telling me I could have been, it's an A level, it's still gonna be hard, but you're telling me I could have been breathing easy instead of doing this chemistry A level? Like, yikes. What was that about? Somebody should have told me to look at them. And also, at my sixth form, we were peer pressured. Not even peer pressured. The authorities pressured us to go to university. It felt like it was just what was expected of us. We all had to do a personal statement. Even the people who were like, nah, there's no way I'm going to university, they were like, nah, you will be writing a personal statement, and I want to know why you want to take that degree course. Like, no. Listen, this is what should have been promoted more, them degree apprenticeships. There's one girl I know who's an accountant now. She is winning at life. She hasn't got any of them fees. She's got a job. She's got so much money under her belt that plenty of other people who went to university won't have. And she's an amazing person. Great for her. I should have been that amazing person with her too. I should have been looking for things. When I heard her applying to them things, I should have kept my eyes peeled, because that is the route. They are the people who are winning right now. So if you're in that position in life and you can choose what you're going to do, degree apprenticeships, keep your eyes open, because mine were clearly shut. Okay, I took a gap year before I came to university because, listen, I just told you I took chemistry A level. I needed the break. I needed the decompression. And I think even taking a gap year, I compared myself to so many people, because it's like, oh, you took a gap year, what did you do? It's fine if you take a gap year and you just chill. It's fine if you take a gap year and you just work part-time and you get your life together. Like, honestly, it's the first time you're out of education and you have the freedom to breathe and do whatever you want. You don't have to go to Australia and work and live away for a year. You don't have to do any of that. If that's not what you want, that's not what you want, innit? And believe me, I would have loved to have travelled more on my gap year, but in the financial position I'm in, I had to work. If I wanted, any of the travelling was coming out of my own pocket. So I got a full-time job. I worked for, I think, like 8 or 9 months. And also I found it really hard to get a job right at the beginning when I'd finished. Like, to find a full-time job, it was really hard, just with my A levels. But yeah, I was applying to everything. For me, I'll be jobless and then so many jobs come at once. Because even when I got a full-time job, I was working as a waitress on the weekends and as a receptionist in the evenings. I was like, I'm trying to get the bag, like, don't even talk to me, I just need money. So I worked for like 9 months, and then I went traveling for months. I went interrailing with the Discovery EU pass. That is a free pass that European citizens get when they're 18 to go and travel. So if you didn't know about that amazing. It paid for my train ticket, took a cost off. And I also went to India for a month and did a yoga teacher training. And I'm really dismissing myself and being like, oh, that doesn't sound like a lot. Like, a lot of people do a lot more. But, like, that's something. That's pretty cool. A lot of people can't say that they've done that. So, yeah. First year of university. Going from a full-time job to first year of university, crazy. In the best way. Hello, you have so much free time. I was doing everything, yeah? Pole dancing, boxing, cheerleading, Spanish, ACS, yeah? Every night there was something for me to do because, best believe, I was rinsing the university. I was like, every activity that I've paid for, I want all of it. And yeah, honestly, you could work full time. You could work full time when you were doing that first year of university because the grades don't even count. The grades don't even count. Insane. So, I was there for 6 months and it got cut short because of the plague years. But yeah, I'm really grateful that I had that job before I came there because it meant I had this financial cushion, and I moved from a small town in the northwest of England down to London. I was doing everything. I had so many concerts I went to. Okay, I went in my first year of university, like a couple days after I moved down to London, I went and I got to see Tyler, the Creator, for his first show in the UK in years. Do you understand how that felt? Oh my gosh, what an iconic time. I also saw Steve Lacy. I saw Headie One. There's plenty of other people I saw, but I was honestly, I was dishing out on the concert tickets and it was great. I think I've been to like every venue in London at this point, and it was probably done in the first couple of months of university. So yeah, it got cut short. Then we have second year. Before I came to second year, it was, as I say, the plague years. I was like, do I come back to university? Do I get a job? There were so many people unemployed. I was like, let me not even try and put myself through that, trying to find a job. Just go back to university and do it. Thankfully, my university did blended learning. So it was like, okay, come back to university. And oh, I was so glad. I was like, yes, I don't have to be in the same room I've been in for months. Okay, moved to university. For a while, they're doing the thing and then the cases rise. It's all online now. I'm locked in this room. It looked like this room. I was locked in this room. You can't go to the gym, you can't do anything. Oh, there's nowhere to walk because you're in London. No, it was not good. I then I didn't intend to move. I tried to go home for Christmas. Boris said, if you want to go home for Christmas, go in this window. Cool, I said. Okay, let me go. Thinking that I'm going to be up there for 3 weeks. Ended up being 3 or 4 months? More than that, honestly. I left in December, start of December. Didn't come back until the end of April, and all of my stuff was locked away. They were like, if you come and pick up your stuff, the rent-free period is over. It was not a good time. I did all of my assignments and lectures in my brother's old dressing gown. If that's indicative of my mental health at that period, no, it's not even an if, that's indicative. Still got the grades, but listen, not a good time in life at all. Then third year. Second year, also I forgot to say this. You've got so many assignments, and if you want to do a placement year, you have to put in these applications. Oh, that was so time consuming. What is it with all these applicant tracking systems? Why can I not just give you my CV and let you look over that? Why do I have to fill in this big fat form and write all this? Leave me alone, just hire me. I'm begging. Thankfully, I got an internship with this big company. Like, oh, I'm so grateful. I had an amazing year for my third year. It was a placement year. I went out and worked in the workplace. Learned so much. Key takeaway from that placement year, yeah? I don't ever want to commute because I was working remotely for the most part. So I lived with my friends near university because it's in London too, and the internship was in London. I was like, cool, if they call me back into the office, I can commute. a fat commute, yeah. Do you ask yourself, do you really want to start your morning on the tube? No. Have you ever had an enjoyable morning on the tube? No. It's not the place to be. It's really, do you know them videos where it's like, that there's that cartoon and it's like the rat race and it's like a cartoon of rats? That's how I felt every day. That's how I felt every day. Oh, the people in London actually have no hearts and souls, because one time there was one day last year, there was a tube strike and I was stuck at my friend's house and I couldn't get home, and I found out that one of my family members had passed away. I had to get the tube back home in the morning and I was bawling on the train. Not a single person even looked me in the eye. Like, to be fair, I don't know if I would approach someone who was crying on the tube, but like, oh no, someone would be at least ask me, are you alright, love? Londoners, they're built differently, and I don't know if it's in a good way or not. So, okay. I went off on a tangent there, but yeah, I learned that I will not be commuting. I will not be commuting. And it also made me question London. Like, I love London, but I'm not from here. I don't have a base here. So the reality of living here is, do I want to be an investment banker who's working, can I even become one? Do I want to be an investment banker who's working all hours of the day just to be, like, to have a good standard of life in London, you have to earn so much money, and I could go up north and earn less and have a better, and be closer to my family and have a better work-life balance and everything. Don't get me wrong, London is such an amazing city. I absolutely love it, and if it was possible, I would love to live here for longer, but now that I'm coming out of being a student and people will be making money, like, no, it's not for me. It's really not for me. You have to make so much money to live here and have a good standard of living. The housing crisis is real. The housing crisis is real. Like, God bless actual native Londoners, let alone people who want to move here. God bless the people who, all their friends and family are here and they can't make things work, because it's not good. So, big takeaway, I will not be commuting. There's plenty of other things I learned, but I don't want to talk about a year at work too much. So, yeah. Now I'm in final year. Oh, nobody told me how disgusting, and maybe it's because I was working for a year, how disgusting the gap between the second and third year is. Oh my gosh, dissertation is actually no joke, and you need to get cracking early. Ooh, I'm in the thick of it right now, and I'm so excited for it to be over. I wish I didn't have to do this year. I wish you were like, okay, Olivia, you can have your degree now. Like, you've proven yourself, because, it's interesting to do this long-standing piece of work. I've never done something like that before, and I'll be glad when I can say, this is my dissertation, this is it, and it's done. So, yeah. It's like 6 months until I graduate, God willing, and it just got me thinking a lot. And it was a full moon. And listen, anyone who cusses New Age spirituality and the moon and you follow the moon, yeah, follow the moon, and what, it's even if there's nothing real about it, it keeps me in check, because it's up in the sky. I have this constant reminder of what time of year it is and what I need to do and what I need to focus on, and I like it. So new moon, you set goals. Full moon, you review, you see what you need to do to become more like what you wanted to be at the new moon. It's a good system. Honestly, you can't fault it. It's been in the sky for so long. It's a part of life. So yeah, I was just thinking, like, what do I want my life to look like? And this morning I woke up, I was in a mood, and I wrote a letter to myself in a year's time, and it's such a good exercise to do. And yeah, I was just thinking, I'll be realistic and say that I don't think that the next year is going to be how I want it to be. Because listen, if money was no object, I would go, as soon as I graduate, as soon as I've handed in my last assignment, I'll be getting a plane out to Spain. I'll be going to Andalusia in the south. I've always wanted to go there since I read The Alchemist, and I've never been to Spain. And I'd get a nice big Airbnb and I'd stay there for a month. I'd say to my friends, if you want to join me, you can come in. I'd do yoga, reading, journaling, cooking, and I would just, eat some nice fresh fruits, and that would be my life for a month. Then I'd go to Latin America, do a language immersion for 3 months, travel for 9 months around the whole continent, set the goals small, and once that was over and done with, I'd fly to the Dominican Republic, shake my ass, fly to Jamaica, and fly my mum and dad out to join me and spend like 2 weeks there. Then I'd come back to England and figure out what I needed to do with my life. That's, just a small goal that I've set for myself. No, I'm kidding. If money was no object, honestly, I would really suit being upper class. if anybody wants to fund this, leave a comment down below, because I'm actually available to take any funding. I'm a really good representative, and I'll do what you need me to do. Just putting that out there to the universe. So yeah. The reality is probably going to be that I move back in with my parents and work for a year, and then figure it out from there. Hopefully travel, God willing. But yeah, there's so much pressure on you when you're in your early 20s, and it's such a weird time, because it would be just as normal for someone to be like, one of my friends is a manager, like it doesn't matter what he's in, but like he's a full-on manager, he manages people in his day-to-day life. And at the same time, it'd be normal for someone in their early 20s to say that they're a waiter. Like, it's just a really weird time. There's this one Drake lyric, and I know, corny, it's fine. At 17, I wanted everything that was in store. At 23, I bought it all just to make sure. I hope that's me too, Drake. I hope that's me too, but that is an unrealistic standard that has been set. You aren't going to be thriving straight off the back of university. I don't think. If you are, amazing for you, but you don't have to put this pressure on yourself and this expectation that you have to be doing, oh, I need to do X, Y, and Z. Relax. You can build up your career, you can find what you need to do. It's okay. It's actually okay. Some of us are Jay-Z's, some of us aren't going to thrive until later on in life, and that's fine. I hope that's me. I hope actually I thrive from 23 up to my Jay-Z years. So that was just the big, write a letter to yourself. Where do you want to be in a year's time? What are you thinking if you're graduating? What is it like if you have graduated? I want to hear it all. If there's anyone even watching this and they want to tell me something, please leave a comment, because I'm intrigued. It's just been really playing on my mind when looking at, making a vision board, thinking about the future, and just thinking about how things are. So thank you so much for watching, for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.